What's going on, everyone? We're in the home stretch here of our digital Women in Craft Beer Festival, Beers Without Beards, empowered by Bumble. It has been an amazing day so far. We're keeping everything rolling on here with a class that I am super excited about because I know we've been talking a lot and having a lot of really great discussions, but in this class, we're actually going to be able to get hands-on and be interactive. It's our My Body, My Story interactive art class in collaboration with Collective Arts, and featuring Natalie Very B. She is a Polish-Canadian illustrator, muralist, and educator, super passionate about facilitating art workshops with a strong focus on a therapeutic aspect of creative expression, which she's going to take us through today. She makes art with the goal of changing preconceived notions of feminism and promoting self-love and body positivity in the world. So an amazing, amazing partner for Beers Without Beards, which has a very similar mission to empower women in craft beer. I want to encourage everyone to follow along and actually draw in this class. And then I want to encourage everyone to post their photos if they want to on Instagram. We have a hashtag for this class. It's hashtag MyBodyMyBeer. We'll drop it in the comments as well. But I really encourage you to post your photos after the class has ended. We're going to feature as many or a few of our favorites as we can on our Instagram in the coming weeks. So you may have the opportunity to actually be featured on at Hop Culture Mag. So Natalie really needs every ounce of our time together to run you through this amazing class. So I'm going to hand the reins over to her. I got my pencil and my paper ready. And Natalie, take it away.
Hi, everyone. I'm so glad to be here and to be part of Hop Culture and to be with you in this space and share this beautiful moment that we have. We only have a little bit less than 1 hour. So if you want to participate in this class, you absolutely need no skills in art whatsoever. All you need is 2 pieces of paper, a Sharpie, a pencil, and an eraser. And that's literally all you need. Again, previous art experience is not necessary in any way. So as Grace really kindly introduced me, my name is Natalie Very B, and I'm an illustrator. I'm also studying art therapy. So today's class is really going to focus on that therapeutic aspect of making art and how we can hone in on that skill, whatever it may be, and use it to heal ourselves and to kind of get a better insight in what resides within us and how we're feeling and how we can attune to our own feelings to understand our bodies a little bit better. So I hope everybody got their supplies. Again, they're super basic. If you have any fancy supplies, such as, colorful markers or paintbrushes and paint and awesome paper, feel free to do that as well. Or, stick with the basics. That's totally fine. And I see Mike Bush here has an extra Sharpie, and that will really come in handy. So we will actually start with a very simple exercise, and it's a writing exercise. Everybody, you will have 5 minutes to complete it, and I will now pull up the questions for you guys. So here we go. If we can get the questions on the screen now, I will shut up, and for 5 minutes, you have a chance to respond to these questions. And on your page, take as much or as little space as you want. This is really about you, about getting to know yourself in today's mood. Because every single day, you're going to feel different. You're going to feel different about the world, about yourself. And it's really important to kind of focus and find yourself in a moment. So grab your pencil and start answering your questions. You can do a poem, you can do doodles, you can do words and sentences or point form. Just go for it. I'm going to maybe play some music in the background. So we're going to take 1 more minute to take a few more notes down. Again, you don't have to put too many. Or you can fill the whole page. This is all your experience and whatever you feel is right. Okay, so I hope everybody, we can now put the questions away, and we can start thinking about ourselves again. So this is just a little introduction, just to maybe find a common ground between your conscious and your body. We will really be focusing on our bodies today and seeing how they feel and how they react to our own feelings. So I want you to all understand that this is a judgment-free zone, and whatever artwork you end up making in today's workshop belongs to you and does not have to be shared unless you want it to. This is your experience, not an artwork that will end up in a gallery. This is something you can put in a drawer, you can frame, you can throw out in the garbage. This is totally your experience, so I want you to make the most out of it on your set of rules that you are most comfortable with. So what we're going to do now is, as long as you're comfortable, we're going to take a few moments, maybe 5 minutes or less, of meditation. And the meditation will be guided by me in a way that will help you to envision certain things that will help you create your self-portrait at the end of the class. So if you're comfortable, and I will close my eyes, so don't make fun of me behind my back. I'm going to close my eyes, and I really encourage you to do this well. So we're going to use some art therapy techniques here, welcoming you to the space so you can feel safe and secure. Put your feet on the ground so that they're planted and grounded and you have that connection to earth. And if you're comfortable, please put your hands, your palms, under your armpits with your thumbs sticking up, and just give yourself a hug. And in that position, and remember, nobody can see you right now. I can't see you. You can see me, but I can't see any of you. So you can feel as comfortable as you can be with yourself. So give yourself a hug that makes sense. So you can grab yourself over here, grab yourself like that, and just close your eyes. So what we're going to do now is I want you to kind of look inwards. As your eyes are closed, you can see nothing, no images, nothing. You're just taking a break from reality and looking inwards. And as you're looking inwards, you're going to take a big breath. And you're going to hold it and slowly release it all the way out so that your lungs are empty. And you're going to do that again, keep giving yourself that hug. Okay. So we're going to try with our mind's eyes to look inside of ourselves. So look into the core of yourself. How does it look like? What is happening inside right now? Are your thoughts scattered, or are they slow like the ocean? Kind of give yourself a moment to anchor that feeling that you're feeling right now. And that feeling is valid, and you don't have to do anything with it. All you have to do is recognize it and look at it. If you want, you can talk to the feeling and maybe encourage it to be a little bit kinder. But in the end, this is your experience, and I don't want you to change anything about it. So keep giving yourself that hug, your feet planted. And I want you to start envisioning that energy that is within you is slowly, slowly coming out. And now it's floating in front of your eyes. What color is it? What is the texture that it has? Is it floaty? Is it airy? Is it gooey? Is it sticky? Is it spiky, or is it soft? What is it? And take it out with that breath and feel it slowly surround you. And that energy is expanding. Whatever it looks like, whatever it feels like, it's coming out, and now it's slowly expanding and covering you like a shield. So now, as it goes around you, as it envelops you like a cocoon, but giving you enough space to breathe, it's yours. This is all you. You're creating that energy. So as it's kind of floating around you again, get a sense of what it looks like. What does it feel like to you? That's the only experience that matters right now. And we're going to take one more breath. And we're going to release it, and then we're going to slowly get out of it and slowly start opening our eyes on the last breath. So one big breath, let it out, and slowly, slowly open your eyes. Okay, you can release the hug now. Kind of put your hands in your lap and Now that ball of energy that's kind of all around you, keep that in mind and let it go and grab your pencil and your paper. If you need an eraser, always welcome as well. So we're gonna start with a blank sheet of paper. Actually, if you only have 2 sheets of paper, I encourage you to use the reverse side of the page where you were writing down your questions or the answers to your questions. And I will pull up on my screen, I will pull up a reference sheet. So this is just to give you a little inspiration. And we're gonna pull it up now on the screen so all of you can see it. If we can just get that up, that would be great. Awesome. So here's a little reference that I came up with that honors the human form in a very simple way. So all you have, just take a look at it, see what inspires you, which one of these silly characters could potentially be you. And again, we're kind of focusing on our experience today. So while you might choose one of the characters on the left today, maybe tomorrow you feel completely different and you choose something else. And again, this is no judgment-free. It's a judgment-free zone. We don't need to worry about our choices. We just kind of have to go with our gut feeling today. So I want you to take your paper and start sketching. Start sketching a version of yourself that is either inspired by what I put up on the screen, but it doesn't have to be. It can be something else that you came up with, but we're going to be working on our own self-portrait. So whatever you choose, maybe start with a few small sketches, see how it feels, and we will later move on to the actual bigger painting or drawing or whatever you end up making. I will keep guiding you through that. But, just grab a few things that interest you, jot it down, start experimenting, and I will give you 10 minutes to work on this sketch. Now, in the final sketch, I would love for you to also include that shield that we were talking about, that gooey, whatever color it has. I want you to just kind of surround your body on the sketch. I'm just going to give you a quick example. So this is just my little sketch. And all I did is just jotted down my figure and surrounded it by my shield. And, who knows how that shield looks like. It could be spiky, it could be gooey, it could be airy and soft. Whatever it is, I want you to kind of listen to your body and be inspired by whatever comes out. So I'm going to put the music back up, and we'll have about, 8 to 10 minutes to start experimenting and sketching, and later we will move on to the final drawing. And if you guys have any questions, just feel free to ask them in the chat box. For those of you who are maybe perfectionists, you're maybe worried about the outcome. Today, the outcome doesn't matter. What matters is what you make from this experience. So just take thoughts and take images as they come and embrace them. Okay, so we can now take away the reference guide. And how was that? I know you can't answer, but if you have the ability to quickly type up if that was a difficult thing or not, that would be really super helpful for me to know how you're enjoying it. Again, from the perspective of our own, psychology, it's really important to keep in mind that we're beings that are made up of complex things, and all of our emotions guide us every single day. So, as I mentioned before, I want you to experience this the way that it is and take away from it whatever you may. If that even means that you're going to be kinder to yourself for one day, that is one day more than less. And just keep that in mind that, our relationship with our bodies is ever changing as they are changing and as we go through different experiences. So I'm going to just share with you kind of like little sketches and doodles. These are my sketches. I was kind of experimenting to find the right pose, the right drawing for me. So I ended up actually loving this one the most. It is me covered in paint, and my personal aura today is it's kind of like bubblegum. It has the color of bubblegum, and it's also it's not very sticky, but it's kind of like cotton candy, something poofy and flowy, and kind of like, enveloping me. It feels like it's taking care of me today. Yeah, I'm just reading the comments, you guys. Yeah, so there is a big difference, as you guys mentioned, between how we view ourselves and how others view us. It isn't ever, it is a persistent challenge that we always have to think about because we live in these vessels. Anyhow, what I want you to do now is take a fresh sheet of paper, and based on your sketch, you will now use pencils or pencil just to give yourself a light sketch. So I have a fresh sheet of paper here, and what I'll do is I'll use my pencil to sketch out the perfect composition based on my sketch, including my aura. And as we kind of keep going, I will guide you through the stages. So again, we will start with the sketches, and then after we're at a good stage, we will use Sharpies to outline our drawings. This is not mandatory by any way because this is your art. I can't tell you what to do, and no one else should tell you what to do, how to look like. Treat this art like you would treat your body. Do the best you can, but never shame it and never create any judgment around it, and don't let others tell you how to do this. So again, take your pencil, start sketching, and I will put the music back on. And in about 5 to 10 minutes, I will check back in just to keep your ideas flowing. And I will also be drawing at the same time so we can progress through this together, okay? I am also reading comments, seeing that it definitely gave me a different way of thinking about myself and how I visualize myself. And I really think that that in itself is a very important, almost like an epiphany, kind of thought. Anyways, I'm going to put the music back on and let's start drawing our final drawing. So maybe let's pull up I'm going to leave this without any drawing because I want you to know that I'm here for you and I can help you guide this experience in any way you need me. So just here. Also, if while you're drawing, new ideas come to your mind and maybe you want to change something up or add an element, maybe from that list of things you love. Let's say you love your cat and you feel like today your cat needs to be within your aura, please put your cat in there or whatever it may be. Whatever brings you that comfort and allows your body to flourish, that is what has to be in your drawing. And challenge yourself to something that is natural and let it go and flow with it. So now might be the time, if you choose to use Sharpies, it might be a good moment to maybe kind of finish up the sketch for your final drawing and put all the stuff in place and start thinking about introducing the Sharpie and outlining things and maybe filling things in, such as your hair or whatever it might be that your drawing needs. I'm just going to share with you what I have so far. So I'm kind of I put my aura in. I started kind of using my marker to fill certain areas, and I'm going to keep adding detail to it now. And wherever this takes me, I don't know yet, but I'm just going to keep going with it. And I really encourage you to do the same. And we will take another maybe 8 minutes to complete our drawing. So go right ahead. Another thing that can pop up for some of you, and I really encourage you to think about that, is remember when you were kind of giving yourself a title? Give yourself a title. Give your self-drawing, a title. I'm going to give you this very ridiculous, and you're going to laugh at me. I call myself a nice princess. And today I feel like Princess Bubblegum from Adventure Time. And I feel like I'm surrounded by this bubblegum loveliness. And today I'm a nice princess. Tomorrow I might be a mean warrior, and I don't care. I'm responding to what my body is giving me. And I would love for you to title your drawings as well. We're going to take four more minutes, maybe 6 more minutes to complete. Okay. might just take a note of what color your aura was in your vision. Maybe change color by now. Just take a note of that. And if you have color Sharpies, crayons, whatever lying around, you can feel free to use them. You also don't have to. You just keep using pencil. You can maybe, shade it in, whatever works for you. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to show you what I did. And this is not going to be an artwork that is another Picasso. And with this, it really doesn't matter because this is 9. And so I call myself a nice princess. And here is the drawing. I put a crown on myself with some little stars in my hair and little hearts. And this is the aura, the pink bubblegum aura. Now, for those of you who feel comfortable doing this, please share your drawing with us on Instagram and hashtag it my body, my beer. So we're reclaiming ownership of our bodies while drinking beer, and it's all very good and fun. So if you're comfortable, okay, you can keep working on this drawing for as long or as little as you want. You may deem it completed right now, and that's amazing. I want you to take that experience. But if you feel comfortable doing that, share it on Instagram. We are going to try with Hop Culture here. We're going to try to post as many or as few as we can. And if you need to share anything else with me personally, this is my Instagram handle. You can see my art at Natalie Very B. And you can also just send me a quick snap of what you created today, share it with me, and we can maybe talk about it. Thank you so much for joining. Grace, I think you're muted, but thank you for sharing the space with me, you guys.
Thank you for pointing out that I was muted. Natalie, that was absolutely amazing. I just wanted to share with you.
Please.
Can you see the drawing?
Oh my goodness, look at that. Amazing.
I titled it Strength, and then I also have my body, my beer on the end there. So yeah, just piggybacking off of what Natalie said, if you guys feel comfortable sharing your drawings under the hashtag my body, my beer, definitely we encourage you. We would love to feature a few of them on our Instagram at Hop Culture Mag. So again, if you feel comfortable, it has to be coming from a place where you would like to share that with the world. Definitely feel free to post your photo there, and we'll try to highlight and feature a few on our Instagram. Yeah, I just wanted mine to, I loved yours, how you incorporated the paint. So it started making me think about, wait, like maybe I need to incorporate more of like a beer aspect. That's an important part of my life. And that's what you touched on in the beginning as something that, write down what some of your values are. And so that's where I came up with this, it's like maybe a stick figure, but it's a woman holding 2 cats. So.
You told me that you're not an artist at the very beginning, and I have to beg to differ. Because
oh gosh, thank you. Yeah, but as you're saying, it's not about being a Picasso. It's about kind of taking, what may be something that's not super comfortable for you, like drawing, and just really internalizing it. And I love that exercise that you took us through. I was hugging myself and just kind of like letting myself go and really getting a little bit introspective with it and trying to figure out, what do I think of myself and how can I portray this on paper? So thank you so much for taking us through an amazing class. As you mentioned, people can check you out at Natalie Very B, hit you up or DM you with more questions that they may have. Just want to thank you again for joining us, and also for Collective Arts for helping us put on this class. Collective Arts, many of you guys maybe have been able to drink. This is the Guava Goza that came in the Beards Without Beards VIP beer box. But what's so unique about Collective Arts is that they are consistently featuring artists from the community. And not only their art, but also they're putting their art on can labels, which we all know is essentially just like a vehicle and a vessel to get your name and your brand out there. And so they're really doing amazing things. And I know you've teamed up with them in the past to host other classes like this. So just to kind of leave folks, we have a few minutes before we can sign off, but what's on the horizon for you? Tell us about any new projects you have coming up, or any other classes like this that you are hosting that we can participate in.
So the classes due to COVID, unfortunately, they all happen online. So anyone can just participate. If they just message me, you can team up with a few of your best friends, and you can ask me to host a class like this for you privately. I'd be more than happy to. Otherwise, I'm really busy with Neighborhood Love. So it's a big initiative where we're, teaming up together with muralist friends, and we are creating a street level demonstration of love in our community in Toronto. And we're just organizing so many amazing murals and just bringing the love to the streets. So that's one of the things I'm doing. And other than that, just constantly studying. I really love art therapy, and I really think it's going to be a big part of my future. So thank you so much for this opportunity to kind of just share this knowledge and share this space with you all.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember that it's actually one of the big things about Toronto when I visited. There's like that graffiti alley where you can actually like go and walk, and there are just all these buildings that have these beautiful. Anyone that wants to come and just like put some artwork onto the walls, it just goes everywhere. And I know we've seen that a lot here in Oakland, especially with all the movements that have been going on. People have been drawing murals to help them express, how they're feeling and how we can help affect change in our community. So it's an amazing way to be able to get the word out. So thank you so much again, Natalie. We are going to take a little break here. We'll be back in about 25 minutes. We're going to wrap up our Beers Without Beards Empowered by Bumble Festival with a Woman in Craft Beer Leadership Roundtable hosted by Chart Industries. So we're really going to get into chatting with some women who are owners of their own breweries or who work in some really high-level positions in breweries and how they got to be there and how they are continuing to crush it in the industry. So we'll see you all in a little bit. Natalie, thanks so much.
Thank you. Bye.